What's going on, my fellow Jedi and Padawans? Welcome back to another Jedi gaming video. Thank you guys so much for coming back to the channel, and if you guys are new, welcome. Today we are going to be going over how y'all should be prepping for the final shape, since Bungie came out with some little changes for our bounty primp with our ritual playlist, specifically Crucible, that Gambit, as well as our strikes. So let us get into some of the things y'all can do to prep for the biggest expansion to date for Destiny 2. So starting us off, like I said, there will be some changes to your bounty prep. Usually you do your weeklies, everything like that, like normal, as well as those beautiful, easy daily quests, bounties from Shax, our nice Zavala, as well as the Drifter. But with the new reward system and vendor that they're coming out with in Final Shape, all of those are going away. So your Vanguard bounties, your Crucible, as well as your Drifter Gambit bounties, all going away. So make sure to turn those in beforehand and don't focus on those when you are bounty prepping. As for other bounties that we got, definitely focus on your weekly ones, which we have a couple vendors around the universe that have these weeklies, with Varix over on Europa. We got Shah Han on the Cosmodrome. We also have Petra over on the Dreaming City, as well as Eris on the Moon. So make sure you are focusing on those vendors to start out with your weekly bounties. Specifically, they will give you the most XP. You can do the dailies as well on these planets. For these vendors, they won't be going away. And then as well, for the vendor Petra on the Dreaming City, for the Ascendant Challenge, you can technically get 6 of those. There is only 3 weeks left, so you will be able to get 3 still, which is a good amount of XP. So make sure to go back week to week leading up to the final shape. But besides that, bounties are basically the same. Just make sure that you don't have any of those Vanguard, Crucible, or Gambit on you, and make sure you get all of those weeklies done. Next off on my list, since the power cap is going up, but also the way that matchmaking and the power system is going to happen is going to be way easier for Guardians, so I'm not going to focus on that too much. When you go into activities, you'll be brought up to the light level of the highest player, but make sure when we go into that, just do the campaign, and it'll most likely get you a good way to that soft cap, where you will get that nice little bit of a light increase to the highest player with those new changes to matchmaking. On top of that, I do think that y'all should be going for as many exotics then as you can if you don't have them. There are a lot of different ways right now to get them, with the exotic engrams and Master Raoul at the tower, as well as going through those lost sectors on Legendary and Master Solo will give you the exotics that you don't have already, as well as that Vex incursion that happens on Neomuna. I have a bot in my Discord if you want to join that. It'll alert you through the Destiny roll that there is a event going on. You can go complete it and it'll give you an exotic you don't have. On top of that, Bungie, starting for the rest of the time here coming up, we are going to have the Shadow Keep, Beyond Light, as well as Witch Queen expansions free to everybody. So you, as free players or anybody who hasn't gone through these campaigns, will be able to go through these and get a bunch of different exotic weapons, as well as armor pieces. So this is definitely something that you should take advantage of, that they're giving us all for free. Just inside of Shadow Keep, we're getting 13 exotic weapons, 3 exotic armor pieces. Beyond Light, 12 exotic weapons, 6 exotic armor pieces, which is absolutely nuts. So you are getting a bunch of exotics just for free when these come out for everybody. So it is going to be a very good thing to grind for new players, even old players that don't have some of those exotics. It'll be a nice easy grind for y'all going through and being able to obtain all of these. So that is a key thing for going into the final shape. Make sure all your exotics, weapons, as well as armor wise, are ready to go. We are getting that new subclass in Prismatic, as well as that exotic class items, which will be getting some pretty crazy combinations on them for each of the subclasses that we're going to have. Titan, Hunter, Warlock. It is a key thing, but it's not coming out until after the first raid, or the world's first, I should say, and they actually finish it. So it will be a little bit into the season, just at the end of that first weekend. So we will go over those when they all come out. But essentially, for the prep for next season, definitely get your bounties ready. Don't worry about those Crucible, Gambit, or Vanguard. Make sure you're doing your weeklies. Make sure you are grinding out all of those exotics that you don't have via whatever method you would want. Those exotic engrams and Master Raoul, going through those legendary Master Lost Sector solo, the Vex Incursion, or when the Shadowkeep Beyond Light Witch Queen expansions come out for free for everybody. Go through those. You get that 13 exotics for weapons for Shadowkeep, 12 exotics for Beyond Light, as well as 9 total armor pieces between the 2 expansions. So it's going to be a very good way to just get everything that you don't have. Last but certainly not least, I think everybody should be grinding out the god rolls for the brave weapons. The Indomitability perk for its origin trait is absolutely disgusting. It's going to be able to give us the ability spam potential of grenade or melee, depending on the subclass that we're using. And then they are also getting enhanced perks inside of the final shape, so some of the god rolls are going to get even better when that happens. So it is a very easy thing to go through on normal. Go through that legendary to get the double chests. You can tune all your weapons at the Hall of Champions, but that is the last thing for the final shape prep. Since we have a bunch of changes with the leveling system, I think that is going to be super easy, like I said. So I appreciate all you guys for coming back to the channel. As always, means a bunch to me. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. Helps the channel up a bunch, as well as slap that bell so you get all the notifications. Don't miss out on any guides like this to prep you for the biggest expansion to date, as well as our build guides for Onslaught, god rolls for all those brave weapons that I was talking about. So get into it, y'all, and I hope you have a great rest of your days. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.